The topic of today's video is pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty simple. It's just becoming more articulate. It's just learning how to speak with a little bit more conviction, learning how to speak with a little bit more fluency. And for the most part, the majority of my life, this has been my weak suit. I've been a very mumbly individual. Don't get me wrong, I've always known how to speak. I've always known how to use my words and be funny and all that kind of stuff, but my storytelling could definitely use some work. And I don't know what sort of pushed me to this realization that I should probably work on my articulation and the way that I speak, but I've come to that conclusion. In the past maybe few weeks, I've really been putting an effort into analyzing the way that I talk and watching videos and doing research on it. More specifically, so I can get my point across, so I can make better videos for you guys, so I can tell better stories. A few things that I've noticed, a few tips and tricks that I feel like could help you guys, that's certainly been helping me, is one, just get used to talking to yourself on your own if you're already not comfortable with that. I know some people don't like to hear their own voice, but that's just one of those things that you're going to kind of have to get over if you want to get better at speaking, is you're going to have to review the game tape, if you will. Another thing you can do is just record yourself, like I've been doing for the past while, however many years now. I'm surprised my speaking isn't better, considering how many times I've recorded myself, edited myself, and listened to my videos. I feel like after 3 years of making videos talking to a camera, I should be a lot better, but I'm not, but that's my own mistake. Anyways, record yourself, review it, notice your tonality. So there's different types of tonalities. There can be an upwards tonality, a medium tonality, and a downwards tonality. And pretty much what this does is it affects the delivery of the question or the thing that you're saying. So for example, if I were to ask somebody this question in an upward tonality, it'll sound very quizzical, it'll sound very interesting, like you want to know more. But if you say it in a downwards tonality, it sounds very authoritative. It's almost like we're going to do this. And I'm not saying one's better than the other, I'm just saying you can use that to your advantage. For example, like, how's it going? Or how's it going? Or what are you doing tonight? Or what are you doing tonight? You see, there's a difference in the way that it's delivered. One sounds more friendly, the other sounds more authoritative. So get used to controlling the tonality of your voice simply by just making a conscious effort to play around with it. Just start talking to yourself like, hey, when I speak with an upward tonality, it sounds very friendly. But when I speak with a downward tonality, it sounds very authoritative. It all just comes to play and figuring that stuff out. Another thing I've been doing is trying to increase my surface lexicon. So your surface lexicon is pretty much the words that you unconsciously default to in conversation. So on average, the native English speaker has around 1,500 to 3,000 words in their surface lexicon, but then there's like 20,000 in the deep lexicon, which is words that you know but you don't employ in conversation. So you kind of have to pull it up, if you will. So trying to increase your surface lexicon by reading challenging books, even the dictionary, which is something that I've been doing. Is I picked up a dictionary yesterday. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna scrape through and try and read a couple pages a day and practice. I feel just putting oneself in social situations and just practicing trying to speak in different tonalities, just practicing cutting out the fluff words. That's an important one too. Cutting out the ums, the likes, the excessive ands, the filler words like this is very much more awesome, or how many more awesomes can I put within a word before I can describe, stuff like that. You know, that doesn't, you can just say this is cool, or we're going to do this, or we might maybe like there's just no need for the, I know not many people really talk like that, but I think you get the kind of drift I'm going for with that one. Well, yeah, overall, to summarize it, record yourself, look in the mirror when you talk. I suggest doing this in private because I feel like it'd be really odd if you're living with a bunch of people and you just start talking to yourself in the mirror. And I just feel like that'd be an odd impression. I mean, if you don't care, you don't care. But I do it in my car. Like, I'll just be driving, or I'll like be parked somewhere, and I'll just look in the mirror and I'll talk to myself. Record yourself, edit, review the game tape. It's gonna be uncomfortable, but you know, it's part of the process. Learn more words, read complicating books, work on your tonality, work on controlling the inflection of your voice, even pauses too, learning when to pause so you can make a word much more intense. And yeah, get practice. And that's really about it. That's all I feel that I've learned in these last couple of weeks. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found value in it. Do take care, guys, and until next time.